Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another review, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all, and let's just get right into this review. So at the very beginning of this episode, Jock and Mendeecees end up meeting up, and despite Mendeecees telling Yandy that he wanted them to stay out of Jock and Kendra's business, he decides to get into their business and asks Jock what happened between him and Kendra, and Jock basically tells Mendeecees that when they were in Chicago, he had confronted Kendra about these messages that he saw between her and this ex-NFL player that she was supposed to be doing business with, where the man was being very flirtatious with Kendra. Now, Kendra was not flirting back with the guy, but after Jock brought this to Kendra's attention, Kendra said that she wanted to work with the guy anyway, and that Jock basically needed to deal with it. So during the argument, he kind of started calling her out of her name, and he started yelling, and he basically told her that he wanted a divorce. Now, he did say that he doesn't like the fact that he brought divorce up, but that's something that Kendra does every time she gets into an argument with Jock, and he feels like she weaponized it, so he decided to weaponize it in an argument as well. Now, I don't like the whole weaponizing divorce thing. I don't think that you should threaten to get a divorce from somebody unless you're actually going to end up doing it, because most of the people who weaponize divorce in arguments end up never getting a divorce. They just say it because they want to scare the other person into acting right, and to me, that really doesn't work. Whether it's about getting a divorce or ending a relationship, if you keep making empty threats, at some point the person's not going to take you seriously, so they're going to keep doing the things that you don't like in the relationship because they know you're not going to leave them anyway. Now look, I definitely understand why Jock was upset about the messages. However, he kind of got a taste of his own medicine because Kendra has had to deal with numerous women coming up to her saying that they could sleep with Jock if they wanted to, seeing him flirting with other women and all that stuff like that. So he kind of did get a little taste of his own medicine, and he really did not like it. I can understand why he was upset about it. I just didn't like that he was calling Kendra out of her name. I think they have really bad communication from what we're able to see on the show. They're always yelling at each other. They're always calling each other names and weaponizing divorce. It's just not healthy. Now, during this conversation between Jock and Mendeecees, Mendeecees says that he still feels some type of way about Kirk because he feels like Kirk purposely got him into some drama with Jasmine because he wanted the heat off of him and Rashida. So he brought him into it, and now he has to deal with all the drama of everybody talking about him cheating on Yandy allegedly, and he just doesn't like it because remember at the end of last season he ended up getting into it, him and Yandy, with Jasmine and some of her friends outside of a concert. So it was just a hot mess, and he feels like Kirk put him in that situation. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Kirk definitely purposely brought up Mendeecees' name because I do believe that he wanted to get the heat off of him. However, multiple people, not just Jasmine and her friends, are saying that they saw Mendeecees cheating on Yandy. I don't know if it's true because nobody has shown any proof yet, but if everybody is saying it, then I don't know, maybe there's some truth to it. Now, Bambi is saying that things are kind of awkward between her and Scrappy on this trip, basically ever since Amy and Carly let it slip at the end of last week's episode that there's a rumor going around that Scrappy is expecting a baby with another woman. And she said that she just wants him to act normal around her. She said that, of course, it is a little bit awkward that he's having a baby with somebody else, but she did admit that at the end of the day, they are divorced, so Scrappy can do whatever he wants. However, Scrappy ended up saying in this episode shortly after that he had reached out to Bambi. He texted her when they were in the hotel, and he basically told her that somebody told him that Mama D was in the hospital dying, which he was obviously being dramatic because Mama D was not dying. She was on live, and then all throughout this episode she was walking around just fine. I think she probably had high blood pressure from stress, and that was the reason why she was in the hospital. However, he made it seem like to Bambi that Mama D was dying, and basically she didn't go to his room and comfort him like he wanted her to, and she said that that's the reason why she feels like he's acting weird towards her. Now look, I don't understand why he's expecting Bambi to go support him when he's going through something, when he allowed all of his exes, both Diamond and Erica Dixon, and his daughter and his mother, to drag Bambi all over social media last season while they were in the middle of going through a divorce. He let people trash her, and she was probably going through a lot as well. And did he offer any support? Did he tell his mother and his exes to leave Bambi alone? No, he did not. So I don't understand why he's expecting her to be there for him when he wasn't there for her when she needed it. Now, Carly ends up pulling Bambi to the side because she wants to make sure she's okay after finding out in last week's episode that Scrappy is expecting a baby with somebody else. And she said that she's okay with it. It's just that, you know, Scrappy is making things a little bit uncomfortable because he's acting really awkward around her after she found out that he was having a baby with somebody else. And while they're having this conversation, Scrappy actually randomly comes and interrupts their conversation to tell Bambi that he loves her and says that he's leaving, and he tells her good luck on the performance. Now, she starts crying while he did this because she feels like he's playing mind games with her, because first he's acting weird around her, not really saying anything to her, even though he tried to get her to come to his room so that she can comfort him. And now all of a sudden he's telling her that he loves her and he's walking away. So basically she just feels like he's playing mind games with her at this point. And I feel like he's playing a little bit of mind games too. I felt bad that she was crying, honestly. I feel like there's still something there between Bambi and Scrappy. I'm not saying that they want to be together, because I don't think that they do. I just feel like there's still some feelings there that they have with each other that are unresolved. And I feel like that's the reason why there's still so much drama between the two of them. They're crying, they're arguing, he's saying he loves her. It's just a lot. Now, Erica Dixon and Shekinah end up going to support Yandy and Mendeecees at this voting event that they're at. And basically, Yandy and Mendeecees end up telling Shekinah and Erica Dixon about all the drama that went down with Kirk, Rashida, and Jasmine at the end of last season. Basically, Mendeecees told them that he's sick and tired of all the drama that he has going on, all because Kirk decided to put him in the drama that he had going on with Jasmine. So basically, it's just messy, and Mendeecees is talking about it so much because he just did not want all this heat on him that he has, because now people are in comment sections on social media talking about how he's cheating on Yandy and calling Yandy dumb. So there is a lot of drama going around surrounding their relationship, because people are going around saying he's cheating after Jasmine put that out there last season. Erica Dixon also ends up telling Yandy and Mendeecees about Mama D being in the hospital because she found out that Scrappy is expecting a baby with another woman. And basically, Yandy started getting all upset, saying that she was rooting for Erica Dixon and Scrappy to get back together and be with one another. And it was weird to me that she was saying that she was rooting for them, because if you're really friends with Erica Dixon, why would you want her to be with somebody who put her through so much drama, so much stress? Like, why would you want her to get back into a relationship with somebody like that? Like, their relationship was bad too. So I don't understand why you would ever be rooting for your friend to get back together with somebody who put her through all that drama. Now, also in this episode, Erica Dixon and Shekinah end up going to visit Mama D, and Mama D looks like she's doing fine to me. She doesn't look like she was just in the hospital about to die. She was probably in the hospital because of high blood pressure, which is basically what she ended up telling them. I mean, she did kind of make it seem more dramatic than it was when she talked to Scrappy later on in this episode. But to them, she basically said that it was just she was feeling weird and feeling sick after she found out that he was expecting a baby with another woman. I mean, honestly, if she stayed out of his business, she wouldn't even be stressed out or going to the hospital about anything that he has going on. Now, all of a sudden, they cut to what's going on at this big event in the UK, and basically they end up showing that Bambi and Scrappy are getting into a huge argument with each other because he's upset with her. He feels like she was not there for him when he reached out to her for some support after he found out that his mother was in the hospital. And so basically Bambi was saying that Scrappy was playing mind games with her, and that basically he was not there for her when she needed him, and whenever she's going through something, he's nowhere to be found, and he actually contributes to the stress that she has going on. So she doesn't understand why he expected her to do more for him than he actually does for her. And I get where she's coming from, because honestly, we saw her being dragged all last season by everybody, and not just on the show, on social media too. Like, she was literally being dragged, and he allowed that to go on, knowing that she had to raise his 3 children. I know he helps raise his kids, but she also has to be present for the children too. And going through all that stress of being attacked by everybody while raising kids is a really hard thing, and it's really stressful. So I can understand where she's coming from. He is being really selfish. But after this big argument between Bambi and Scrappy, it was time for the performance that they all had to do with Spice, which is the reason why they went on this trip in the first place. And, you know, Spice is getting a little bit stressed out at this point because she can't find Scrappy anywhere, and it's time for them to go on stage to perform. Now, once she got on stage, she ended up seeing Scrappy. He kind of snapped out of it and decided to participate in the performance. And actually, everything went well with the performance. Everybody did good. There was no arguing. There was no fighting. It was a success, and I'm glad that it was, because it seems like Spice really put a lot of energy into this whole project. So because of all the drama going on between Jock and Kendra and their marriage, they decide to meet with a pastor to help counsel their marriage. And basically the pastor told them to stop weaponizing divorce and arguments, and to stop being so toxic with each other when they argue. They say too many hurtful things when they're mad at each other that you can't really come back from, and that's the reason why they have so much drama in their relationship, because when you say really mean things to a person that cuts them deep in an argument, argument, they don't forget that. So even when things may be going good in your relationship, you're still always going to have in the back of your mind the mean and nasty things that they said to you. And so those things will come back up the next time you get into an argument because nothing's fully resolved. So they need to work on the way that they communicate and the way that they argue with each other, because all couples argue, but all couples don't hit below the belt when they argue. And Kendra and Jock, they say a lot of nasty things to each other. Now, because Yandy and Mendeecees feel like Kirk and Rashida have been acting really funny towards them ever since that whole situation that happened with them and Jasmine, they decided that they were going to meet up with them so that they can clear the air. And basically, Mendeecees says that he feels some type of way about Kirk putting his name involved with Jasmine because Jasmine tried to paint a picture last season that he was coming to her bar, and the way that she worded things, she made it seem like he was there to flirt with her or other women, and he shut that down really quickly when he asked her in front of Yandy if he was there flirting with her or if he came to the bar just to get a drink, and she admitted that he only came there to get a drink and claims that him cheating on Yandy did not come out of her mouth. So look, there's a lot of rumors going around about Mendeecees cheating on Yandy. We don't know if it's true or not because everybody's saying it, but they're not showing any proof, and so that's the reason why Yandy's not believing it. However, I think it's dumb for anybody to come out and say that Mendeecees is cheating anyway, because to me, Yandy gives me Rashida vibes, and it seems like she's gonna stay with him even if there is proof that he is cheating. So I think the whole thing is pointless. However, Kirk 1000% threw Mendeecees under the bus in this episode because during his confessional, he was asked by one of the producers if he's ever seen Mendeecees in a compromising position, and he got quiet and smiled, and then he said that he pleaded the fifth. So basically, he's implying that he definitely saw Mendeecees do something disrespectful to Yandy. Basically, he saw him cheating on Yandy, and he just did not want to come out and outright say it. That's why he said that he pleaded the fifth. So he definitely threw Mendeecees under the bus. However, if a bunch of people are saying that you're cheating on Yandy, it makes me wonder if there's some truth to it. However, like I said, I don't think that Yandy's gonna leave him anyway, so to me it's pointless. Now, at the very end of this episode, Scrappy and Mama D end up meeting up with each other for dinner, and basically she tells him that all of his drama that he has going on put her in the hospital. She's blaming her son for why she was in the hospital, when really Mama D causes her own stress. She's too involved in Scrappy's life and in his business, and even when he's asked her numerous amounts of times to stay out of his business, she still is in it anyway, and she claims that it's because she cares about him, but I think it's just because she's messy, because honestly, nothing that she does helps him. All it does is bring stress and drama into his life. Now, he definitely creates his own stress and drama. I'm just saying that Mama D helps fuel the drama, and so I don't think that she was in the hospital because of anything that had to do with Scrappy, and she was being messy for even putting that on him and blaming him for that. He does have a lot going on because he is having a baby with a woman that he barely knows, and he admitted to that during this conversation. However, Mama D is just way too invested in his business. Now, he did tell Mama D because she asked him if he knows for sure that the baby is his, and he said that he believes that the baby is his, but once the baby comes, they'll do the test just to make sure, because obviously they didn't really know each other when they slept together. Now, during this conversation, Scrappy was definitely blaming Mama D's messiness for why she ended up in the hospital. He told her that she needs to stay off the internet and out of the comment sections on social media and out of his business, and maybe she wouldn't get stressed out, but she basically said that she wasn't going to do that, so she's going to always be stressed because she's never going to stay out of his business. Then he told her that he's in therapy. I don't know if he really is, because some of his actions on the show as of recently makes me think that he's not, but if he says he is, I'm going to take his word for it. And then he suggested that Mama D go to therapy with him and his sister so that they can work out whatever issues that they have and have a healthy family dynamic. But she was kind of skeptical because she said that Scrappy doesn't listen, so she doesn't think that therapy is going to work. But she's not even trying to give it a chance. And honestly, if he doesn't listen, where do you think he gets it from? He definitely gets a lot of his bad behaviors from Mama D from what we're able to see, so she needs to take a little bit of accountability. I feel like therapy would help their family a little bit. Even if they all end up going to therapy individually, I think that it can help the family dynamic. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.